Hello YouTube, what is going on everybody? Today I'm bringing you the start of a series. This series is gonna be 7 videos long. It's gonna be 7 games long. Basically I'm gonna walk you through the set championships that I played this past weekend over at Once Upon a Memory Treasure over in Palmer. Deck of choice today is going to be the Dawgs with the puppy sleeves. Game 1 we get paired up into our good friend B. B is playing red purple, kind of a more aggro version of the typical red purple that we've been seeing recently. Not a lot of evasive characters besides Elsa and Genie from what we see. I win the dice roll, so we are going to start, which is good. So we're going to ink and play a Chernobog, not our best turn 1. We're typically looking for some daisies, daisy ducks on turn 1. He's going to ink and play a broom. This matchup is typically 50-50 in my testing with this deck. If they can get to their B-Prep ink before I can get the 16 lore, it starts to become a problem. So we're going to slap down an Ursula and take a look at his hand. We have 2 songs we can target here, Friends on the Other Side and Be Prepared. So the thought process here is we're going into turn 2, right? So we don't really need to take out the B Prep just yet. We can hopefully find another Ursula and or go wide before that. So we're going to take the Friends on the Other Side so they can't get more cards than they're already going to be having. My opponent picks up his ink, oopsies, puts it back down though. So I'm going to quest my Chernobog for 2 and say go. He's going to ink a Maui, and my opponent's making some decisions here. He's going to take out my Chernobog with his broom and get rid of the B-Prep. I guess he just doesn't want this clunky uninkable in his hand, and he's afraid I'm just going to rip it with another Ursula. I'll take it. I don't got to worry about it later now. So going into turn 3 here, we have some good cards. We got a Go-Go in hand. We don't need this Cricky. We don't really expect this game to be going on too long, so we're going to play a Lady and a Nala, and we're going to quest for 1. We're just going to keep questing. We are the aggro in this matchup. Sorry you guys can't really see the scoreboard too well down here at the bottom. We do change it later in the day, so it's much more visible for the video. So now he's got some decisions to make. He's just gonna crab up and swing into my Ursula. Kind of a waste of a crab in my opinion, but it doesn't look like he has much else in his hand. He's got another broom, looks like a goat and an Elsa. So crab's probably his best play there instead of just slapping a broom down and saying go. Alright, so we're up 3-0 right now, and we have some decisions to make. Do we want to try and take out this snake? We need 2 strength to take it out. I'm pretty sure I do have a tramp in play, which would give my... Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to play a tramp for 1, buff this by 2, and take out that snake, that little slithery snake. And then we're going to be able to quest for 2 with our lady. Since we have a tramp in play, she gets 1 extra lore. So now if my math should be right, we should be at 5-0. Our opponent's going to play a goat, getting on the board. And he's going to take out my lady with the crab. So a couple more trades. We're hoping to see a Rapunzel. I don't know if I have one in hand. I usually always have the Rapunzel, but today at this tournament I did not see many Rapunzels. I think we only hit our full Rapunzel draw 2 or 3 times, which was not the worst. I mean, it worked out in the end, but yeah, just the matchups I was seeing, it wasn't really that useful, and I wasn't really getting a lot of damage on my characters. But so looks like we don't have it. We're gonna just play a lady and a Go-Go. Unfortunately, we must have an uninkable in our hand that we don't want to get rid of. And we're just going to leave all our guys ready. We're going to hope for a Rapunzel. I think that's the plan here. We only got one card in hand. Must be uninkable. Or it's the Rapunzel. Huh. I doubt it's the Rapunzel. Our opponent's going to play an Elsa, and he's going to take out the Lady instead of taking out my potential card draw. I've played B before many times, and B's usually a very smart player. I'm surprised he maybe he just doesn't care about this card draw. But he is going to quest for 2, getting the score up to 5-3. Alright, so we got 2 cards in hand now. I got some decisions to make because now he has an evasive character on board and he's representing 5. I did play the Go-Go because I was a little worried about genies coming down, and just having an evasive body on board is great, especially up against purple decks. So ideal play here would be even for just another tramp and boost up Go-Go to take out the Elsa. So we're going to ink a Gazelle. It's one of my fun little tech cards. We're going to play a Kit Cloud Kicker. And we're not going to target anything, honestly. We don't want to send the Elsa back to hand because then he's going to be able to tap one of my characters. So we're just going to let him be. But I am scared of this crab, so we're going to take out this crab so that he's not able to take it out next turn and buff up one of his characters. Unfortunately, now we don't really have an evasive answer since ours is gone, but I think that was the correct play. We're not going to quest with our damaged character yet because we still don't want him to get taken out. He's going to keep trading because he knows I'm the aggro, and he's going to quest for 1 with his evasive character. That puts him at 4. Alright, we're going to draw for turn, and I have to wait another turn. Card in hand is definitely causing some thinking. We got a tricky board state here, because we don't want to overexert. He's only at 5 ink right now, which means most ink he could have next turn is 6. So we're still safe from a B prep, so we could just go wide one more turn here, and try and play whatever character we just picked out. But yeah, we're doing some thinking here. I'm wondering if I want to take out this goat. Yeah, so we're gonna buff up my Kit, and we're gonna take out the goat, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'll take out the goat, we'll give him his 1 extra lore. And then we're just gonna say go. We really are just banking on this Rapunzel draw. Because he only has 2 cards in hand. B's gonna play Chernobog and quest for 2. No ink, 1 card in hand. And I finally find the Rapunzel. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now we got cards in our hand to play with. So from here, we're just going to quest out. Quest for 2. And we're going to pass it back. We're definitely in a better position now that we have our Rapunzel on board, questing for 2. But he's just going to draw a bunch of cards. He's going to quest, pop the Chernobog, draw a card. So now he's got 3 cards in hand and has more options to see. He's just going to quest for 2. Play goat for another lore. These goats are killing me, man. I like this instant lore is just... He kind of turned the tables and said, I am the aggro player now. I will be doing all the questing and you need to take out my board. So we got more decisions to make. We're going to ink a Kit playing Ursula. Check it out. And we're going to see 2 Be Prepareds here. We're going to rip one of them, and now we know we're safe because we're going to play a Donald, boost up the lore, quest for 5. Now he's got to get through the bodyguard to get to my other characters, and we got an extra lore out of it too. So even if he draws an Inkable here, he still can't play Beat Prep, and he can only theoretically take out 2 of my cards here without a Fox. So we're still representing a lot. At least 4 lore next turn. He did find an Inkable, so now we are in Beat Prep range for next turn. We know all he has in hand right now is a Beat Prep, and he's just going to quest for 3. He's going to see if he can get it faster than I can. So I will ready up. Clearly I don't have game just yet. But with that last draw, let's see what we pull. So we're still making some decisions here. We got a lot of thinking to do. If we just turn everything sideways, we're gonna get, or if we put more on the board, we're gonna get crushed by a Beat Prep. So we're just gonna quest out and hold our hand, not play anything, not ink anything, force him to use his last Beat Prep. Yeah, he's gonna draw a couple cards, gain a couple lore, but we're not too worried. We should be able to stall out after this. So he's gonna wipe the board. He's gonna draw from Diablo and draw from his Bunny Wabbit. Looks like he only drew 1 card. Might have been a misplay from my opponent there. So I'll take game 1 in the books. Game 1 in the books. Alright, so now we know what we're playing. Now we have a game plan. We can start to strategize. So what's going through my brain now is I need a fast start. He's gonna throw a bunch of 1-drop characters down just like Amethyst does, and he's gonna draw a bunch of cards. I need to be able to outrace him and outlore him before he gets too many cards in hand and starts doing all these shenanigans. I don't like these shenanigans. This whole bouncing nonsense with the goats and the snakes and the foxes. I'm not having it. I don't like it. So I'm gonna take 5 cards, my mulligan here, and we're gonna be on the draw here, which is not too bad. He's going to start us off by inking and playing a Chernobog. Draw for my turn. Ink a Kit and play a Daisy. We're looking good. We're looking good here. So as long as we hit some of his songs that we need to hit off of Daisy, we're looking good. But he did just top deck a Brawl from what I see, which is no bueno for us. He's going to go wide and just quest and pass. Now, I think this is a smart play from him leaving his Chernobog there, knowing that I'm not going to be swinging into my Daisy, or with my Daisy, because then he can just swing right back with his other Chernobog. I'm going to quest here and force him to swing with both of his Chernobogs if he wants to get rid of it. So we'll quest for 2, and he's going to get the Diablo in his hand. We played a Lilo because Lilo's really good into this matchup with Beat Preps. So he's going to quest for 1 actually. He's not even going to... Oh yeah, he's got the Brawl. He's going to quest for 1 and draw. I wouldn't be surprised if he does it again. So he's going to ink, quest for 2. debating if he wants to play the Brawl or not. He does have a Fox in hand, so he's going to take the Broom and my Daisy. So now he still has 2 characters on board. Very good board presence instead of just wiping his board for more cards. Very good player, like I said before. He is a very, very knowledgeable player. So we're going to ink and play a Daisy and another Lilo. Another zombie Lilo. And we're just going to go as fast as possible. We're just going to go so fast. We're going to quest for 2. We're going to pass it over to my opponent. We're at a nice spot in the game right now where, you know, it's kind of anybody's game. He's going to look for some more cards by questing and popping his Chernobog. We're assuming that the Fox is just going to take out the Lilo here. He's going to play Genie and draw some more cards. Yeah, so Fox will take Lilo and we'll draw for turn. So he's got a pretty big hand on the other side of the table there. Lots of good cards in it. We're going to be questing for 4 here, and I think this is where I pick up a Go-Go. Now I'm debating if I want to ink an important card to play the Go-Go to gain the 2 lore from the Fox, or if I don't care about Go-Go this game and try and find a way to use the Rapunzel that I have in hand and get some more cards. It's a tough decision because in a matchup like this, from here on out, his characters don't typically have 3 strength or less, and if they do, they're evasive. So it's really hard to actually get damage on them. So we're going to give Daisy evasive so that the Fox can't take it out this turn with Gazelle, and we're just going to quest for 4. Yeah, we're gonna quest for 4. We're just debating here whether we wanted to quest. I'm thinking of like an Elsa play, or even Crab on Genie kills my evasive Daisy. But evasive Daisy is just so diabolical. It's already a busted card, just being so strong, such a high willpower, low cost, and questing for an absurd amount. So he's gonna send a Maui into my Lilo, and now we're thinking we got 2 Lilos in our discard as well, so potentially down the road we could just start paying 4 ink to slap 2 Lilos down every turn. As soon as he hits us with a B prep, that's when we just start slapping our Lilos on the board, because then he has to answer them every single turn. So our duck is no longer evasive here. We're going to play the Prince, and we do have Go-Go in hand here. The reason I played this Prince here is because I want to try and set up a bait for this Maui to just get loads of damage on him. The Prince over here, he has 3 willpower, so 3 strength, sorry. So if I don't quest with Daisy this turn, and I only quest with the Prince next turn, either Maui will have 4 damage on him, or the Genie will kill him, and the Genie will have 3 damage on him. Either way, I'm getting 3 or 4 lore next turn after questing for 2. So we're representing anywhere between 6 to 5 lore next turn. 8 to 7 lore with Daisy, if we're questing with Daisy too. But yeah, it's just such an interesting thing, because he's just gonna quest and go wide, and now I'm lacking in board state, and I'm only gonna be questing with 1 character, and we're also in B prep range, so we're starting to fall behind on the wagon here, and this endgame is not looking too good. B still has lots of cards in hand. He's 1 ink away from a B prep. So we're just gonna quest for 2 with our prince, and I think we're just gonna say go. I was also debating playing one of my Lilos, just in case, but here's the thing. If I play one of my Lilos, Maui has to challenge with Reckless, so he could theoretically go into my Lilo and only have 2 damage on him. We really need Maui to run into our prince to get that 4 damage on. We're really trying to just bait this trap here, I guess. But we also have a Rapunzel in hand that we also have no value for unless the bunny turns sideways, the rabbit turns sideways. But even then, we're only getting 2 card draws. We're not taking out the bunny. It's just not an advantageous play for us. Our opponent's gonna play another bunny. Ooh, and there's the B prep. Yeah. So he's gonna ink up to 7 and play a brawl on my Daisy. That is brutal. That's the brawl that he's been holding on to all game. Then he's just gonna clear my board here. So now we are, and then he's gonna quest for 2, 3. So we're not looking good here. He's representing 5 lore on board, and I don't have it. You know, like I got 3 ink right now. There's no way that this deck is coming back against red purple with 3 ink. You know, like I'm gonna have to ink this Rapunzel here because there's no characters on board for me to heal. So we're gonna play that. We'll play our go-go. We're gonna go as far as we can. Get 4. I think that puts us up to 14. But then we're just gonna pass our turn, and he can just absolutely murk us next. So I think we're gonna give it one more turn. We're checking our discard to see how many characters we have for the Bog. Yeah, we're not looking too good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna quest 4, and then he's gonna slap a goat down. 420. Yeah. All right. Well, the goat wins it. My opponent after this game, as we're shuffling up, he's like, "Yeah, I think the goat is the most thrown on the table card in all of card games." And honestly, I think I might have to agree with him, because goat's just one of those cards where it's like, if you have it in your hand, you're winning this game. So you just throw it. You throw it as hard as you can on that table, and you make your opponent just look at it. So going into game 3, we're going to be on the play again, which is where we want to be in this type of matchup. As long as he misses his foxes, and we open up with some good daisies, should be looking good. So I'm going to get us started off here by inking a Nala and playing a Merfolk. B prep off the top. Yeah, he's got a pretty scary hand here. So he's just gonna play his Broom. Broom threatens, but we don't really care what Broom threatens. I'm not scared of your Broom. We're gonna ink a second Nala to play a third Nala and a lady. We're gonna quest for 2. We're just gonna try and go super fast. Super fast. The other thing with this deck is if you're going fast like this and you're not seeing your Rapunzels, if you don't have the right cards to start off with, you're gonna run out of gas too soon. So there is some sort of theory with this deck where do you keep your Rapunzels in your mulligan hand? Do you throw everything away looking for your good 1 and 2 drops? Or what do you do? You know? I think it's really matchup dependent. I'm always looking for my daisies though. That is the most vital card. And if I don't see a daisy, I'm good with any 0-4 body or 1-4 as a 1-drop. Because they're just perfect targets for Rapunzel. So he discarded a Tremaine. off the Merfolk challenge, and then he played a snake again. So we're gonna ink a Donald to play a Donald. I wish I could have kept this Donald in my hand, but alas. So we're gonna quest for 3 and pass the turn. We got 2 cards in hand. They're gonna play a castle, swing 2 damage onto here. So now I don't want them moving to the library to gain more cards when this thing dies. So I am gonna have to trade something into it. And unfortunately, I don't have a tramp in hand. We are able to snag another friends though. Again, we're deciding here if we want to get rid of the B prep to be just the head of the game, but in the end, we don't want him having any more cards than he already has. So we're just gonna slap another daisy down. Unfortunately, we have to take the snake and just quest for 1. And we're gonna pass over. He's gonna play a goat down. I hate that freaking goat. I mean, it's such a good card. It's a really good card, but when you're on the other side of the table, it's not fun when they're just gaining lore and you can't do nothing about it. I bet that's what it feels like to sit on the other side of a go-go. Especially a go-go on a Maui. Getting 4 lore off a Maui is just bonkers. We're gonna ink a tramp, and we didn't have enough ink to play the tramp. We have an uninkable card in our hand, and all we're gonna do is quest, and we're gonna hit a B prep with Daisy, which is fantastic. We know he's got 1 in hand. The second one is on the bottom of the deck, and I got 1 card. He's gonna ink an Elsa and play a Maui. Maui's gonna go into, first he's gonna take out the duck with his goat, and then he's gonna take out the Ursula with my Maui, or with his Maui, leaving my measly little Nala, my 0/4 Nala. And unfortunately, we're just gonna play another Daisy. We're still stuck with this one mystery card in our hand, and I'm just gonna quest. That's all I can do. And I know Maui's gonna take him out, but let me know in the comments what I should have done in this situation. Should I have just held out, or I think I'm in a losing battle anyways. I'm on the back foot, so I kind of just have to get as many characters in my discard as I can and hope for a Chernobog to show up. Ooh, and then we got a quest for 1 Fox, so you gain 2. And I think what we're talking about, we keep missing the lore for his location. I don't think we gave him the lore for this location on this turn, but this game's not looking too hot for me. So B plays the Fox for 3. He's got 2 available ink remaining. He has 1 available ink remaining. He has 0 available ink remaining. B's a great player. Always forgets to exert his ink. So now he's got 2 characters at the library, and we have a Daisy. That's all we got. We're not looking the best. We're definitely on the back foot. We're up against the wall here, and we got to figure out something fast. So we're gonna play Lilo and quest for 2. And give him another Maui, and I think that second Maui in hand basically just kind of solidifies it. That my deck is horrible into Maui. Like, I just have a bunch of low attack characters, and Maui just literally just runs through my entire team. You know what I mean? So we're gonna pass it back over to him. He's gonna get the lore for his location this time. Plays a goat. This game's gonna be close. 'cause we're creeping up, but he's also creeping up on his B prep ink. One ink remaining for my opponent. Now he's going to take out my Daisy Duck again. And then he's going to quest for one with his Fox and pass the turn over to me. So he's representing 3 lore off the start of the turn. Three, 4, 5. If he can bounce and play again. He's got enough ink. If he's got a Fox, or if he's got a Snake, you can play both. You can actually play both if he has a Fox too. He's got 7 ink. So he can quest for 2, bounce, play, +5. We're gonna play a Chernobog here for 3. We got 7 cards in our discard, none of them being Lilo. Always check your discards for your Lilos before you play your Chernobogs, because if you have enough ink, you can throw your Lilo back on the board and then play your Chernobog, not putting it back in the deck, so that theoretically when your Lilo gets banished after that, you already have a little bit of extra ramp for your next Chernobog, instead of being right at 0. So we still got that 1 card in our hand, that 1 pesky card. He's gonna quest. I think this might be. Oh yeah, we got a B prep come down. So he's gonna gain a lore from his goat leaving play, and he just has a location on board now, and I have no way of taking it out. And he just drew so many cards off of all of his characters being banished from the library. I'm shuffling them now because I totally forgot to shuffle for my Chernobog after I played him. I'll typically put my cards on top of my deck sideways so I remember to shuffle at the end of my turn, so that I'm not taking time during my turn to shuffle, and I can do it while my opponent plays. But first game of the day, you know how it be. Got distracted. But anyways, we're not looking too high here. So we're gonna draw a card for turn. We got 4 ink to play with, 2 cards. B has 3 in hand. So we need something that's gonna be able to do damage to the library, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do that much damage that fast, while still be having a quest. It's just not gonna happen. But it looks like we're in a pretty tough spot here. Like I said, we only got 2 cards in hand, and one of them is still that uninkable card. Just updating the score there, because we're bad at keeping that updated. Damn, bro, what you think about? Why are you taking so long? This is a live recording, you know. I've already played these matches, but it's been a couple days. Oh, we got the go-go. I remember this now. I was so mad at myself because we had this go-go in our hand. This was the mystery card. And I wanted to wait to play it to see if I could get the Maui to have more damage on it and then play it. Instead of playing the go-go and only gaining 1 lore off of the Maui, I got greedy. I got real greedy, and I wanted to wait to get more lore off my go-go. And in the end, he just B-prepped and wiped the board, and there was no damage for me to even get anymore. So we play the go-go, gain no lore from it. He's gonna slap a goat-fox combo, goat-snake combo, whatever you want to say. And then he's gonna pass. We got a go-go in hand or a go-go on the board. We have no way of taking out this location. We know he has a goat in hand, so we're gonna ink our Rapunzel and play a Cricky, and even with the +3 strength, we're only dealing 5 damage to location, which is not 8. So we just quest for 1 and pass, and hope my opponent doesn't have it, I guess. I mean, like, he's got the extra bounce, so he's gonna play the goat, quest for 1, play the goat for 4, and then fox for 3, take the game. Up to 20. So, game 1 of the tournament, took a fat L against this deck, and honestly that's okay. It's not one of our best matchups, but we're gonna report, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe to see some more videos. I'll be posting a bunch of overhead content like this across the next few weeks. Whenever I go and play, I'm gonna bring my setup and record some videos, and continuously be uploading to this channel. So definitely make sure to click that subscribe button, and even click that little bell in the corner to get notified when I post videos. Check me out on Twitch as well. I'll put the link in the description. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.